camera this way. This is Mr. Singh, VP of
Nice to meet you,
Consulting.
Singh.
Nice to meet you.
Here's a business card. Oh, thank you. So, Sammy. Copy of my resume. Great. Thank you for coming in. As you know, this is for the position of Business Technology Analyst here at Deloitte Consulting. And so let's just start this interview up. Here at Deloitte, we believe that teamwork and collaboration is the key to success. How do you define success?
Well, you see, I define success kind of like a game of golf. To me, life is like a game of golf. Those that know how to play it succeed. They know the rules, they understand the game, they can do very well in golf. Even if you aren't necessarily a good golf player, you can make your way from a caddy to a professional player by knowing the right people. It's all about relationships. Those people that know how to utilize those relationships very successfully end up succeeding. But one important thing to understand about success is that it's not a one-way road. You can't get there alone. And so to me, success is about relationships.
Great. Here at Deloitte, we do a lot of calculations on the go. As a consultant, you won't necessarily be at the office. You'll be on the road. You won't have a calculator. So I'm just going to throw this at you. What's 100 divided by 7?
That's a very interesting question. Well, how about I walk you through the process?
Sure.
Do you want an exact answer? Or can
No,
I give
we're
you...
not looking for exact
All right,
answers.
well, that's great then. Well, if we take 100 and divide that by 10, we get 10. And if we take 100 divided by 5, we get 20. So we know that the number 7 is between those two ranges. So I can probably make an assumption and say that the number is probably roughly in between, maybe 15. But
Not
since
bad.
7 is closer to 5, I would say it's closer to 14. So it's about 14 point something between 15.
Not bad. Well, the correct answer would be 14.28, but very close. We value diversity here, and because we feel that it aids to our culture. What would you say defines you?
I would honestly say that my Middle Eastern minor defines me. I have
I see that.
yeah. So my background is I'm Moroccan, and as a result, I felt that studying Middle Eastern studies at NYU would help me understand my culture a little bit more, because unfortunately my parents left the country at very young ages, and as a result they aren't as cultured as you would expect foreign parents to be. And I feel like the best way to give back to myself is to immerse myself in my culture and learn the most about it. And I can bring that to the team, my culture and my background.
Great. I'm just going to go, speak from experience here now. I've advised many companies, Panamanian railroads, what have you, and not every time, do we succeed. We fail very often. Have you ever failed at anything?
Oh, absolutely. I can go back to high school. In fact, joining the cross-country team, unfortunately, there were a limited amount of spots on the team, and upon joining the team, I unfortunately was not the most fit candidate and was, cut from that first round. And I used that failure, honestly, to drive me to push myself to running and training and becoming a better athlete. Thank God, because the next time the cross-country team was recruiting, I was able to make it because I had used that failure as an impetus to drive myself forward. I used it as motivation.
Great. And, do you have any questions for me?
Well, yes, actually I do. I know that you, as a consultant, get a chance to interact with higher level executives, C-level executives. And I know that you recently met with the CEO of Hyundai. Can you just elaborate on the actual experience of meeting a CEO?
Well, it's a nerve-wracking experience every time you do, but speaking of the CEO of Hyundai, he actually recently stepped down, and going in, we knew that the company was in trouble. There was allegations of corruption, what have you, but it's always an experience, never the same.
That's great.
Well, thank you for coming in to interview.
Thank you for having me.